Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Evan Rabin. Evan Rabin is the CEO of Premier Chess and was born and raised in New York. After working in corporate America doing enterprise sales at Oracle and Rapid7, he formed Premier Chess in September of 2017. Premier Chess currently runs programs in 80-plus schools and companies, including the law firm Kramer Levin. Evan is a U.S. Chess National Master. Well, good afternoon, Evan. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. This is exciting today. Get to talk to somebody out of New York, but somebody's got an interesting background. Obviously, you've spent a little bit of time in that tech space, but we want to talk to you about chess today, and that's going to be so awesome. So, Evan, we're just going to jump right into the questions here. You've got quite the career in sales, recruiting, a senior executive, and now the CEO of Premier Chess. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I've been a chess player most of my life. I started playing in second grade and right away almost started playing in tournaments, and chess was always a big passion. And it's been a couple of years in corporate America at Oracle and Rapid7, a different company that did sales for startups, but then I really just wanted to go to my passion of chess. And in 2017, I founded Premier Chess by myself. And just the biggest reason we've been able to get into so many schools and also companies like Google and Citigroup, other major corporations, is really just getting started and, sending a lot of emails, a lot of networking, podcast appearances like this, getting the name out there and kind of continuing to go at it.
I love that story and did read up on you about how you were in grade school essentially and early on, and you just had such a passion for it that you really excelled in the tournament. So I love your inspirational story and glad that you're sharing that out with the world. So Evan, can you tell us a bit more of how and why you're trying to expand the game of chess in every school around the country?
Yeah, right now we're in about 81 schools all over the country, in Florida, New York, Jersey, all over. And I am a big believer that any good school in the country should offer at least some type of chess program, whether it's curriculum classes during the day, electives, after school, professional development, etc., whatever it is, ideally all of the above. But yeah, there really is so much that the schools could get out of it, both on the individual level, but also more importantly for the school. Usually within a few months, kids are starting to make a name for their school, representing the school at tournaments and really building a chess culture.
I love that. You start out the youth when they're young to start really tapping into that brain power and using that logical and critical thinking that we were given when we were born. Evan, we are a technology platform and publication and a podcast. We love emerging tech, but we wanted to ask you if you're leveraging any of that new and emerging technologies in your business. And if not, have you found maybe a cool tool or app you might share with us today?
Yeah, well, there's definitely a lot on my own podcast, actually, the Premier Chess podcast. I interviewed a couple of weeks ago, John Edwards, who's actually the world correspondence champion. And for correspondence chess, it's pretty much all, I don't want to say all AI. That's not fair to say. I mean, that's why someone like him is a world champion and others are not. But it's heavily AI and research driven. And then also seen many interviews recently from players of previous generations, and Hikaru Nakamura, for instance, top player in the world, recently actually said back in like 2000, he could just almost prepare a game for a couple minutes, and that was it. Now you got to check literally every single line with an engine, and preparation is key. Or currently, actually just yesterday, the U.S. Junior and Senior and U.S. Girl Championships finished, but in one interview, Grandmaster Brandon Jacobson, who I actually lost to at a tournament a couple of years ago, actually said, pretty much the whole game was computer preparation. I thought that was pretty interesting, but yeah. And then there's many resources online. Of course, there's Lead Chess, chess.com, Chess Kid, Mini Chessable, which has like a special move repetition feature. And there's just so much when it comes to tech and chess. It's pretty much a different game now than it was before.
Absolutely. We've seen just such a proliferation of machine learning, artificial intelligence, and just about everything, as you saw here just in the last couple of years. And now people are taking advantage of that. And that's totally changing the game, so to speak. No pun intended, but absolutely. So thank you for sharing that. Evan, last question of the day. Could you share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those listening today that they're looking to grow their career in either sales or entrepreneurship?
Yeah. Most important for me, and I did allude to this before, but is really just get started with whatever you're doing. You're never going to be ready. And this is personal and business. Actually, I was talking to a friend the other day who said he wants to get engaged to his girlfriend, and they've been thinking about it. He has all these things that he's working on. And I said, just because you're working on all these things doesn't mean you can't do it with her, which would make it a lot easier, actually. Yeah, I think, look, you're never going to be ready. And I know I have one friend who's a chiropractor, and she was trying to launch a new practice years ago. And she kept telling me, I can't really go to networking events yet. I don't have a logo. I don't have a website. I don't have a good Facebook page, all these different things. And I kept trying to explain to her, you're a doctor. No one's hiring you because of your logo. Just go to events, network. I invited her to a lot of stuff. And once she actually got started, then yeah, she was fairly successful. In the first 2 months of our business, we were in 14 schools, but that was only by hammering our way and not spending too much time before we actually got started.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And you're absolutely right. I've had a few people say that you're never going to be absolutely 100% ready. So you just need to get out there and get after it. So Evan, I think the sentiment is very much shared across the entrepreneurial community, I would say. And Evan, it was a pleasure having you on today. And I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thank you so much. It's great to connect and look forward to hearing from all of your fans.
Bye for now.